Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, there's two streams going for some reason right now. I'm trying to get. I can't figure out the camera. There we go. I'm trying to get it so that I can do like the before stream thing, so you guys can like hang out in here before or whatever. But it's being weird. So, whatever. Anyways, welcome back to another Timberwolves win. It's kind of weird now because we're getting to the point now where it's like, we win five, we lose five, we win five. So now I'm like scared about the next game. um, but yes, welcome chat, welcome. If some of you are coming over from Timberwolves Daily, I appreciate it. Gerald Becker says, "LOS." I was stressing so hard at the end of the game. I was too. To be honest, I thought we were gonna lose because I didn't really care this much about this game. And usually when I don't care, the Timberwolves don't care. But we won, so that's a good sign. Headshot, welcome. And then Jake Erickson, Jalen Noel. Yeah, true. Ashwin, who is that? Welcome, Ashwin, to the chat. I'm looking forward to having you back. And tonight, Ashwin, I'm going to do a quick one. Like I always say, I'm going to do a quick one. But anyways, if you're new here and watching live, like the stream. I'd appreciate that. That would help out the algorithm or something. I don't know. It doesn't really even do anything for me, but I would appreciate it. And then yeah, make sure you follow Ashwin. Yes. Oh, make sure you follow and like Ashwin. I see. Yeah. Not in and out in 30 seconds, but it will be relatively quick. I was actually thinking, what if we went through the highlights? We watch the highlights together, then we do a quick tier list. And then we kind of just close it out, maybe even less than 30-minute show. I was going to try to do some things. Actually, let me see right now if it works. Let's see. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Let's see. All right. I'm putting a poll. So you guys have to participate if it's there or not. I don't even know. Let's see. I'm putting in all the options. I don't think I'd have to have like a mod to be able to do this all the time. So hey, if anybody wants to be a mod, let me know. But I can only add 3. But here, we're gonna try. I did a poll, I think. I have no clue. But if you go in the chat, oh yeah, there's a poll. I think. I don't know if it shows up on mobile. That would be fun though. There is a poll. It's showing up. Holy cow! It's magic. Okay. I dig it. It worked. It did. I appreciate you all doing my tech support for me. It looks like, what do we have here? Looks like it's doing good. Doing good. All right. Well, I'll let you guys view that. But anyways, if you're watching the VOD also, yeah, let me know also if you're getting any errors. I just got like a weird error for some reason. But anyways, letting the poll go. We'll let it do its thing. And how about this? I think it would be kind of cool to watch some highlights and just go over them since it's just me. I have less to talk about. I mean, it's interesting, but like honestly, the Mavs, like, there's not really that many Mavs fans. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just feel like nobody cares, especially without Luka. It's just kind of like But okay, it looks like a lot of people said A1 for Jaylen Noel tonight. Well, how about that? This is fantastic. Very interesting. But anyways, Mavs fan hibernate without Luka. Yeah, that's true. Somewhat. I agree. Well, how about this? Let's watch some highlights. We're just trying all the new things tonight because I don't. This is more of like a test kind of a deal right now, testing out some things which clearly didn't work since I started with 2 streams. My quick thoughts on the game. Town started the game really good. Actually, I'll just talk about this while we watch the highlights. We can talk about this because I don't need to like play by play the highlights. First, let me get those highlights back up here. Boom, boom, boom. Go back to me. There we go. Boom. Ah, working. Yep. And you guys can see it, hopefully. There we go. How about this? More technology. Yes, Jake Erickson. I think those Reggie Miller tweets are just going to keep happening. Maybe it's good luck. Not sure. But anyways, started the game, and actually the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the game were pretty atrocious. We were down like 6-2 or something like that, and we had really high energy and honestly not terrible defense, but they were just hitting some shots and we just weren't hitting shots. And whenever I see Powell getting dunks, man, I was like, this is bad. This Vandal play here was insane. Okay, so I thought he was just gonna Shabazz Muhammad. By the way, shout out Shabazz Muhammad. He got like a deal with one of the G League teams. I thought he was gonna Shabazz Muhammad it up and it was gonna be insane. But anyways, we had Beasley hitting some shots tonight. He also missed many, it felt like. I haven't looked at his official stat line, but boy, did it feel bad at times. Tim Hardaway Jr. and who is it? Dorian Finney-Prince? Did I say that in the wrong? Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. They're both just Timberwolves killers. They're just crazy. But yeah, so we started this game. It was really even. We played some pretty decent defense throughout most of the game, I'd say. I'd actually say that some of the worst defense was, and Godfrey would be really happy. I don't know if Godfrey's here, but I felt like D'Lo's defense was not good tonight. I still think he's like a primary communicator out there, which is like something that doesn't really show up on like a box score and isn't really like something that's super noticeable unless you're really, really looking for it. But like he had moments where he was leaving people wide open, and maybe I was just noticing it tonight because I know before you guys have called me out about it being there and I just not seeing it. But on the other end, as we're seeing right here, I mean, D'Lo was hitting shots tonight. At least it felt like he was hitting important shots. You know, he missed a couple, but it felt pretty good. I gotta catch up on chat here. What's everybody saying? 4 of 12 from Beasley. Yeah, okay. Oh wow, only 4 of 12. I thought he had more shots than that. Oh, from three. Yeah. Maxey didn't go off on us. That's true. That is a huge win. What's up with people getting injured against us? Yeah, and Jalen, you know, all those Lakers fans were trying to say that Jalen's like trying to hurt people or something, which is just hilarious because they clearly do not understand. But but he hit somebody. He rolled on somebody's leg again tonight. And I think that that's more of a indicator of just like, you know, he is somebody that's going to be on the ground a lot, and we've just been lucky that he has not been landing on people as much yet. But in the last 2 games, he has been. So, you know, it's kind of scary. I don't want anybody to get hurt from him, but yeah. Yogi ankles Davis and Porzingis. Yeah, exactly. Jaden's not going to hurt anybody. That's crazy. What is wrong with people? Like anyone else on our team would be more believable that they'd want to like hurt somebody, but not Jayden. But here they came, and you know this is a game of runs, and that's just how basketball is. But like, I mean, you know, back and forth, we'd go up by like 8, they'd come and tie it up back up. You know, it just back and forth, super annoying. Took the lead a few times. I think this was their last lead for quite a while, if I remember Dave Ben saying that. But yeah, you know, it was just the first half of the game. Towns, at least to me, it felt like he was doing pretty good. I should pull up the like quarter by quarter stats. Ashwin was doing that the last show, and Ashwin, I really appreciated that because I like having different stats than what I'm just looking at, which is NBA.com nothingness. Yes, Brunson is crazy. You know, Brunson kind of reminds me of Tyus Jones in some ways. He's never like too wild. He's always pretty composed. And he's a good shot maker. Like this shot right here, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, Ashford? But yeah, you know, he just makes shots. He hits wide open shots. You know, he's not going to be like some all-star, but like he's great, you know. Last year we lose the lead, then go down 20. Yeah, no, JBX, that's true. I think it's 100% true. I mean, we've had for the past like decade or 2, that's what happens to us. We always have some teams that are like capable of like, you know, beating some teams, but if we meet the slightest bit of adversity, immediately, you know, right into the gutter. But yeah, let's see. Vandal leads our teams in dunks. Yeah, he does. That's really weird. And he actually kind of found his own shot tonight. Okay, finally, we're gonna get to Towns. So up until about this point, I thought Towns had played pretty good game, and I was like, at this exact moment, I was like, man. Also, this was a good no look pass. Towns had 2 no look passes tonight that I actually liked. That one was actually beneficial because there was some I mean, there was a benefit to him no looking, because you could on the replay you could see the defender like turning their head, looking away, and he didn't. It was like less show offy and more of like, this is used for utility. I'm using this for a purpose. Um, so that was nice. But Towns, like, he just plays differently, and then this is where it kind of went downhill for Towns. I mean, he starts complaining about the calls, 5-on-4, wide open three, Dorian Finney-Smith, or however you say it. Ridiculous. And then it happened again in like 30 seconds. We're gonna see it happen. It's just so frustrating. But I do want to say, before then, I did think Towns played pretty well, and also Towns seems to play different on nights when Ant's not playing. I need more time to like process this and think through it. But it was like the way he was playing tonight was like very aggressive, like the number one that you would expect on a team. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. But like, you know, I more so would want this Towns even when Ant is there, because I like this version of Towns more than I like whatever he's been doing with Ant on the floor. He's just like, I don't know. I know I've said that Towns should just be like more of a shooter, but like, he's at moments taking over the game. It's just really weird. I don't know. I need more time to process it. I don't really want it to be like my hat's on backwards. I don't really want this to be like some like for sure point that I'm trying to make, because it's not. Just kind of interesting. But yeah, Cat defers because he's a little selfish like KG, selfless like KG. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. This is the MVP. This is like the MVP hopeful play from Towns when Ant is gone. But he needs to do is grow this. Yeah, and like, I don't think my thought process is like, I don't know. I don't see why that couldn't happen when Ant's there, because like, what is Ant doing? He's being super passive when he's been playing over like the last 5 games. So it's like, I feel like there's room for Towns to be able to do that. And hey, maybe it can't happen every night, and maybe that's why you have a big 3. You have some nights where D'Lo goes off, some nights where Ant goes off, some nights where Cat goes off. You figure that out early, and then you just go with it. I don't know. Again, need more time to process it. At the same time, I don't want to process it because I want Ant to just be back. What a dunk by Nas here. Fun little dunk. I thought he was gonna do one of his like really crazy ones, but it's okay. And Jalen Noel. Man, what a game from him. You guys know I've been kind of harsh on Jalen Noel, even though, I mean, he's one of the lower tier players on the team. But I've loved his play. I called him selfish a bit when he was playing like last season, and even sometimes early this season. But I almost am at the point where I feel like he's not selfish enough. He needs to be taking more shots and maybe being a little bit more confident. He's being very calculated right now, which I think is benefiting him at least temporarily. But he can't be like that forever. There was that one open 3 where you could just see like all the like the math and the angles and everything going on in his head as he was taking it. And luckily he made it. But I feel like if he could just be a rhythm player and get into a rhythm, I think that would be great for him. But all right. Yeah, the free throw stats for sure. Will he keep getting minutes when Ant comes back? I would think so, because think like Leandro was getting minutes with Ant. So, and Leandro's, what do you have, like 2 minutes tonight? Yeah, exactly 2 minutes. 1 minute 45 seconds. But yeah, shout out to our Discord. What's our Discord doing? I don't even know. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, I guess shout out to our Discord if you want to join our Discord. Let us know. Follow us on Twitter. We'll tweet it out or something. But yeah, I really like Noel's minutes more than Leandro Balmaro's at the moment. Balmaro, I was still interested in him, and I still am like happy with it. But Noel can just make shots, and we need a shot maker, so that we can stay in games. There was moments tonight. Where am I going here? Only me. Wait. There we go. There were moments tonight though where like Beasley and Noel kind of kept us in when our other players were not keeping us in. So I was super happy to see those things happen. But yeah. Okay. Well, we are gonna move on to the tier list. I'm losing myself tonight. Find the tier list real quick. Gotta get a new computer. There we go. Okay. Tier list time. Tier list time. And I'll play the highlights again instead of having a black box. But we're playing Charlie Brown in the living room. Oops. Loop it. There we go. Back to the beginning there. Okay. Sorry to keep you guys in silence. I'm in my own zone right now. But anyways, all right. On to the tier list, and we're gonna go quick. I don't have anybody to 3-2-1 with, so I'm gonna go really quickly through the bench players. Balmaro, absolutely nothing. He played 2 minutes. I can't really grade him. Like, what are we talking about? Where is Balmaro? I'm just gonna give him C. Also, I put expected here just so that everybody kind of, because I know there's a lot of new people that come into the stream and they're like, "You're putting Towns at a C." Like, Towns is like the top 3 player on the team, obviously. But like, the regulars, which I think is pretty much regulars only right now. If you're new though, let us know in the chat. Say hello. We're very welcoming. Like I just want people to understand that C is expected. Also, I think it's time for an apology. And I don't know if Ashwin agrees with me. But I've thought about my grade for Karl-Anthony Towns the last show. Welcome, Megan. You're newish. You've just been lurking in the comments. Well, I appreciate you coming into the chat. Welcome, Megan. Oops, I'm not even on screen. I keep turning the camera the wrong way for some reason. Okay, anyways, back to my apology. So, Towns, last game. Gerald Becker. So, we gave him an A1. And at the moment, I didn't really think that much of it. I kind of thought more people were going to be begging us to give him a higher grade. And, he had 10,000 points and it was a good game from Towns. It certainly was. But was it unforgettable? Other than the 10,000 points? It was good. It was good. It was a good game, for sure. But I don't know if it was A1. So, I apologize. At least for me, I don't know if Ashwin agrees. But me personally, I thought about it. It kept me up at night. He was not A1. I would honestly maybe even go as far to say he was like a B, I just thinking back, watching highlights, watching things, I think he was good. And if C is what we expect out of a player, we expect a lot out of Towns. I would probably say B plus if I had to be honest, B plus or even A minus, maybe A minus just because we won. But I think I was definitely thinking too much about the 10,000 points and just also beating the Lakers. That's obviously a good feeling. The Lakers fans seem to think that we think this is a game 7 or something like that. I don't think they get it. I really don't care at all, really, other than the fact that we won, because the Lakers looked really bad. But yeah, Ashwin says he disagrees, but I would still, I think I'm somewhere between like a B plus and A minus, maybe leaning more towards a B plus. It was a good game, and I can't remember the specifics of it, but I remember later that day, or I think it was next day actually, I was kind of like, oh man, I shouldn't have given him an A1. Lakers are bad, and it's amazing. Yeah, no, I'm glad that the Lakers are so bad. But anyways, just had to get that off my chest. All right, next up. I guess we're going straight into Jaylen Noel, who only played 18 minutes but scored 16 points. 16 points, 4 rebounds. I don't remember him ever getting a rebound. 3 assists. He was 6 of 9 shooting. Nice. He was 2 of 2 of 3. 2 of 2 from the line. He was a +6. And he took the 4th amount of shots on the team. So that's good. I think that's what we want from him. I think that's what we can expect. A1 Noel. Honestly, though, like that's possibly in consideration. And I might just give him an A1 because you guys voted in the chat earlier and you've dealt with all my issues. Like, what do we expect out of Noel? Almost nothing. We expect no minutes from him. And he has, I mean, maybe this changes his expectations going forward. But tonight, this was a really good game for him. Yeah, people are saying A1. I think, if we're going to be super strict, I'd probably say, like, this was a really good game. That he did nothing wrong. Um, but like it wasn't like I don't know. This is a really good game for him. I actually maybe I can't even say anything bad. This was a really good game out of a player that we expect almost nothing from. So I think A1 is there. Cam has issues. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're referring to. It's second to his 28-point game, but I like it more because this game counted. Oh, are you guys still talking about Cat? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't think. I'm not gonna lament on it too long or whatever. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm not going to really talk about it. But it just wasn't. I don't know. It was a great game, but was it A1 game? I don't know. I do think that people are being too harsh on him. I think there's a lot of Towns haters out there, even me included, honestly, where I just everything I look at of him, I'm just like, oh, I'm sick of it. But I don't like thinking of myself as a Towns hater. I think of myself as just being strict or picky, or I don't know what the right word is. But let's see. No, it's Noel. Last year he had 28-point game. Oh, he did. That's right. We're talking about Jalen. Cameron, you said you had issues and you were dealing with your said issues. I see. Yes. Sorry, chat's like behind tonight, and I think it's because I screwed it all up because of my issues. But anyways, A1 for Jalen Noel. Congratulations, Jalen. Come on the show. We're here. I have an empty co-host seat when Ashwin's not here. You could come and join right after the game from the locker room. Anyways, A1 for Jalen Noel. Naz Reid, 20 minutes, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 of 6 shooting, 1 of 2. This is a pretty average Naz game. It's happening a lot. Sorry about that. Oh, because you're missing. Sorry, I am like so out of it. Anyways, we're gonna go to Naz Reid. By the way, Ashwin, no worries. This isn't like this is like a job for us. This is just something we do for fun, so it's no big deal. Naz Reid is a C. I don't know. This was a very average game from Naz. I feel like he's kind of fallen off a little bit in the last few games, which is disappointing. But yeah, I don't know. I want more out of Naz than I did tonight. Not that he was bad. He had the dunk. And he had a couple of rebounds. Did he have a block? No, he did not have a block. That was a Vanderbilt block that I'm thinking of. That's right, Gerald. I need more understanding. You need to like message in the Discord or message me on Twitter or something like that and explain your rating system, because I would love to incorporate that rating system. I was hoping for more Naz this year. Yeah, didn't start well for Naz, but he did a little bit better than the Lakers game. Yeah, I agree, JBX, and I think I think C is good. So we're gonna move on to Jaden. Jaden had a pretty good game. Jaden is taking a lot of shots still, which still scares the crap out of me, but he's making them. So he played 31 minutes, 12 points tonight, and 6 of those were on 3-pointers. He was 5 of 8 shooting, and he only had 2 personal fouls. He did fall on somebody's ankle, though. So, pluses and minuses. Yeah, the plus is that he only had 2 fouls, exactly. So I don't know. For Jaden tonight, I don't want to really take too long on anybody in the bench because I wanted to keep this a shorter show. I think this was a really good game from Jaden. I don't think it was like top tier Jaden, but I think it was really good. Probably better than I expect from Jaden recently. So I think I'm going to go with a B. We'll give him a B for tonight. Jaden, where are you? Jaden, I forget. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to go with a B. It was okay. All right. We're on to the starters. And the starters, B-. Football access, I kind of agree. I mean, this was like, definitely wasn't a B+, maybe mid B, but probably a B-. Let's see. I think McDaniels is asked to be super aggressive. Honestly, Ashwin, I've been thinking that a lot too. So I've been thinking that Finch is telling him to just be like, shoot, drive, dribble, everything. And you can see it happening. Also, I tweeted a picture or a video of Jaden like screaming, which was really interesting. But But yeah, this was definitely JBX. You're right. This is better than he's played all season. So I agree. 12 points, especially 2 of 4 shooting from 3. I'll take it. And only 2 personal fouls. I'll take that Jaden every night. All right. On to the starters. God, Beasley only made 4 shots all night. He was 4 of 13 and 4 of 12 from 3. He only took 1 non-3. Weird. It felt like he made good threes. I think I'm just biased. I just think I like Malik Beasley for some reason. That's surprising to me. Anyways, Malik played 30 minutes, 13 points, 5 assists. He had a steal, 4 of 13 shooting, as I said. He was a +5, but I mean, we won, so. And +5 is +5. But I only stopped shooting McDaniels twice, so it wasn't a bad night. Yeah, that's true. So Beasley, this is kind of a tricky one. I would probably expect a little bit more out of him, but I also don't know if it's like D tier. I mean, it was, yeah. He frustrated you today? So many of those misses were wide open. That's true too. There were a lot of wide. Maybe it is a D. Might be a D tonight. And maybe that's even biased, you know. But I still think there was times early on. I think it was him in the first half where he made some shots that kind of kept us in the game when other players weren't making shots. So I don't want to go full Wancho tier, and I don't want to go Glenn Taylor tier. But yeah, I think he has the potential. Like Gerald's saying, Beasley has several years recording 40% from 3. Yeah, I think I'm exactly where you are, Gerald. Also, I know I say this all the time, and it's like cringy at this point, but it's like, you know, he was like, he didn't have a proper offseason. He was in jail. So, you know, he didn't have time to like work on his shot. So I still think it's going to take a lot of time, and working on your shot mid-season is like, you know, it's tricky. But I think he's getting there, hopefully, but it is getting really annoying, as JBX said. It's super annoying. But yeah, is this game league pass worthy? I would probably say no. There were not really that memorable moments in the game. It was, if you wanted to see like Vando and Towns in the first half, and then like, I don't know, I would probably just watch the 10-minute highlight thing that we watched, and that would probably give you a good understanding of the game. I don't think you need to watch the whole game. Save yourself the time. Do something else. Something fun. But yeah, anyways, Beasley, D. Let's do Patrick Beverly. So he also played 30 minutes, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 of 6 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line. He had 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, and 1 crazy flop at the end that may have clinched us the game. I mean, it was a foul because he did hit him in the face, but that was a flop. But yeah, Gerald, I actually agree. I think his D has not been terrible this year. But at the same time, it's definitely been lower, like bottom 30% on the team probably. Maybe top or bottom 10. But anyways, but yeah, Beverly. So pretty good night from Beverly. Beasley gets an A for the game winning, in my opinion, but it's a bish. B-ish. I didn't understand. Beasley gets an A for game winning. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Anyways, Beverly. Yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, this doesn't make any sense what you're saying. And then I read B-ish as bish. Okay. Beverly gets an A for winning. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he was super clutch in the fourth quarter. Honestly, he might be an A. He might be an A. It's close. You know, it's on the fence, and I know when I say I'm on the fence, I should just always go to the top one. I think I'm going to go with the B, just because his shooting wasn't as great tonight. You know, we expect a lot out of Beverly, and like this was a good game, and there was crucial moments. So I'll put him in the B category for now. We'll see how it shakes out, but I think B kind of makes sense. Yeah, exactly. JBX, you and I tonight were like linked. All right, who's up next? Let's do Vando next. So Vando only had 6 points, but he had 10 rebounds again, uh, 2 assists, a steal, a crazy emphatic block. He was 3 of 4 dunking, 3 personal fouls, which he had 3 in the first half, and then he got none in the second half. Wow, that's crazy. But Vando, every game now, he's just coming up big as rebounding. You know, this is the curse of being a good player and being consistent for the tier list, anyways, is that like we expect this out of him now. And it's like, I still view it as like a luxury. So I'm not like sitting here like maybe how I am a little bit with Towns, where I'm like a little bit more sour on some of the things that Towns does. But like Vando just plays like an overall pretty perfect game. The only thing that you could really say about Vando tonight was that like he got multiple loose balls and like rebounds where he had no business getting them, but he still did. And then he was the only one in the paint, and people were just ripping the ball out of his arms and taking it right back. So that was probably the only downside of Vando's game tonight. B for Vando, getting frustrated with all the hits he's taking. He had to go at LeBron the other day, picked up a tech. Yeah, the tech also, that was annoying. And then Finch got another tech too. I was like, what are these guys doing? Why are we getting techs in this situation? This doesn't make. I was like, as we were ending the first quarter, I was like, up 10. Even if they score here, this is a really good quarter. And then 2 techs and a score, and it's like 6 points instead. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is the moment where the game changes and the Mavs come back to win. But they did. So, wow, the Suns really beat the Hornets tonight. Crazy. Anyways, should have had a couple more rebounds where he couldn't control the ball. He's a B for me tonight. I think he's a B too. I was going to say A, but now that I'm really talking about it, I think that probably does make more sense. I'm still probably going to put him at the top of B just because, man, I mean, Vando's energy, effort, everything, he keeps the team alive a lot in similar ways that Pat Bev does. So, yeah, he's a B tonight. You say low B? Yeah, I guess Bev, I don't know. I would say the 3 of these players in different ways are all very on the B tier are all very similar. Like Pat Bev for like the clutchness of the end of the game, Jaden for shooting well, and Vando for the defensive effort and the rebounding. But it's like, he lost rebounds. So I think they're all pretty close. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily Vando, Jaden, Beverly in order, but I don't really want to go through the order right now. I think it's just everybody's pretty close right there. So yeah, Vando, B. On to the top 2 scorers of the night, at least. We'll do Russell first. So D'Lo had 22 points, only 3 assists tonight. Super low assist night for everyone across the board. There's a lot of assists to go around, but like the highest assist total goes to Towns with 6. Kind of weird, but anyways. D'Angelo Russell, 22 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 8 of 16 shooting. So he shot better tonight, 4 of 7 from 3. Only 2 personal fouls, only 1 turnover. Defensively, not so great tonight. Definitely made up for it on the offensive end, but you'd love to have that always engaged D'Lo defense that we've seen from time to time this year, or a lot of this year. But we didn't see that as much tonight. But like I said earlier, I still think he's like the main communicator when he's out there. And there was lots of moments also where he like faking pick and rolls, and he was just commanding the offense at a time. And to see his shots go in, especially on a night where like Towns didn't really have like a super great shooting night, and you don't have Anthony Edwards, it's important to have that. So, but yeah, so D'Lo tonight. Low B. Oh, that was for, I think, Vando. B low. He seems to be shooting well tonight, and I was waiting for him to go off, but never really did. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for like that moment of like, oh, D'Lo's up to 30 points or something because he hits like 2 or 3 threes in a row. Not really. I kind of agree. I don't really have anything else to say. I think it's a B. I think a B makes sense for him tonight. So D'Lo, B low, and I don't know where to put him. I'm just putting everybody in B tier at like the same. I think he's probably high B tier just because he had the offensive production, had some timely shots that were in moments where like The Mavs were starting to come back a little bit, so it's like, I think B makes sense. JBX agrees. Well, good, because that's where it's gonna be. And lastly, Karl Anthony Towns played 33 minutes. He had 24 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, sort of a triple-double watch. Led the team in assists and was second in rebounds. Or no, third in rebounds. Beverly was second. 6 of 15 shooting, not that great. 1 of 3 from 3. And that 1 3 he took was one of those moments where I was like, Karl, you're supposed to be the star. What are you doing? We have like a minute and 40 seconds left in the game. You're just launching up a 3 early shot clock when it's like a 1 or 2 possession game. That drove me insane. But he made it. So I can't really complain that much. But it's more of a mindset thing. It's like, that is not what we want to do. Anyways, he was 11 from 13 from the free throw line. So love to see him get some foul calls. I also think that he's been playing better to get those foul calls, if that makes any sense. Like, he's been putting himself in better positions to get foul calls, at least in the paint. So that's good to see. He was a +6 tonight, and he had 5 personal fouls. So kind of all back and forth. Good. Some really good. Some really bad. The first half of the game was definitely a great half for Towns. The last half of the game looked kind of like the Towns that's like trying to show off. And that was really weird and frustrating. So let's see what everyone says. JBX says, such a sweet shot. Are you talking about that one that I was just complaining about? B+ Towns, the 6 points lost back to back from laying on the floor. It's an obvious non-foul. Yeah, that drove me insane. 3 second chance points for the Wolves tonight. Did we have an issue rebounding versus their size? I guess, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention that specifically to that. I mean, it felt like Vando was out there doing his Vando things. But yeah, I guess it doesn't feel like we rebounded that great. We don't have insane rebounding totals. There were a few bricks. It was just a weird game. Again, don't watch it. Don't rewatch it. B for Cat. He regressed to Whiny Cat a few times tonight. 100%. But controlled things. Yep. 6 assists, 4 turnovers. Don't like that ratio. Yeah, this definitely, and Ashwin, I will say though, like, he did have turnovers, but there was one egregious one where he was doing like a full court pass. Whoa, you're seeing the lights. Oh my gosh, Maddie's on the camera. Maddie, you're live. Don't change. Anyways, also you can see the crazy lights in the hallway. It's like a weird like hertz level of the lights or something. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, it was just like the turnovers weren't passing. There was the one passing one where he did a full court pass. That's what I was about to say. Where he was trying to hit Patrick Beverly, which kind of annoyed me because he kind of hesitates on those. It's never like an instant pass like back in the day when Kevin Love would just take it instantly, throw it down court, and it would be successful. That is not what Towns does. Towns looks, sees, and he's like, I'm just gonna try it. Magic Johnson, let's do it. And then it's like, no, it just always is turnover. But yeah, it wasn't that bad tonight. It wasn't like typical Towns bad turnovers. At least not that I remember. So yeah. I liked most of Towns' game tonight, so I think I'm going to agree and say that it was probably a B. I mean, I guess like if we're really going off of this, C is expected. Maybe C expected should be like bare minimum expected. And like he was not the bare minimum tonight, but he also wasn't like super good. Like I'm not gonna write home about how great Karl Anthony Towns played tonight or something like that. He was very mid, Wombat. That's true. Towns mid. There we go. So I think B is fair for him tonight. We won. So I think that's fair. But yeah, therefore should be traded for a bag of chips. Hey. I know I was talking about trading Towns, and to be completely honest, I won't go into detail. I'll save my opinions for another time. But yeah, I think B for the win kind of makes sense. I still have tons of concerns about Towns. We're winning. We're 500. So, if we're 500, I don't think we need to be talking about trading any major players. But if like when we really started to talk about Towns and like trading Towns, we were 4-9. and it seemed bad. It seemed like, oh, Timberwolves of old are here, blow things up. Why not, right? Um, Wombat says, "Speak your mind." Yeah, so I guess that's kind of where it is. Like, if we're really bad, we should definitely consider trading Towns. It's been long enough. Towns still has the same flaws that he's had for a long time. Given the last 2 games have been a lot better for Towns, at least for like my nitpicking of what I like, the crazy passing and like just the show off. He was still kind of showing off a little bit in the Lakers game, and like that's more of just like a personality trait though. That's less of like a game thing. Like he dominated the game in that, and like I love the attention that he's getting on social media from calling Anthony Davis small. I think that's hilarious. But I also don't think very highly of Anthony Davis. I don't think very highly of like just a lot of the bigs in general. I think both Towns and AD are similar in ways. Like I think AD's more athletically gifted, and Towns is maybe a little bit more like shooting gifted. But I don't know. JBX, we're not trading Towns. JBX, but I'm not at this point right now. But like earlier this season when we were 4-9, like let's say we were like 20 games below 500 to end the season. Like we're 31-51. Like we have to, right? We have to. I don't know. That's just kind of my thought process, and I know I'm delayed, so I'm probably saying things that you either agree wildly with or disagree wildly with after you've already said stuff. But I don't know. I'm not in that mode right now of trading Towns, but like if we're going to be a losing team that's not even going to make the playoffs, then I definitely am going to be in trade Towns mode. But I'm not right now because we're still figuring things out. It's early. I think I may have been a little premature with my kind of harshness early on this season, but there's still super huge concerns that I have for a player that we've had for 7 years that for the beginning of the season could not, for the 7th year, figure out how to avoid offensive fouls. So JBX says we're not trading Towns. Instead of wanting to Towns traded today, I've moved to I wouldn't cry if it happened. That is a big step for you, Gerald. I appreciate that. And yeah, I think I'm not in a place to trade Towns unless we're like bad, and we're not bad right now. So yeah. Let's see. I went to the game. Noel is now my father. Wow, Jelson. I had tickets to this game and the last game. I just didn't go. I go with my dad, and like since COVID's just been so, and I don't want to speak to anything because I don't know anything really, but like people have been saying that this one is like way more transmissible, but maybe less severe, and we're all vaccinated up and everything, but it's like I just don't want to go. Also, the Lakers game was so late, and I was like, I worked the next morning. I was like, even though it's the Lakers, I just don't want to go and then be late home super late. But my dad is my father. This is true. No Way Home was fire. Wombat says, you guys are gonna hate me, and this is gonna be cringy to say this, but like I don't watch any movies. I don't watch Spider-Man. I don't watch like DC, Marvel, any of those universes. Nothing. Never. I'm uncultured. I just watch sports and play Call of Duty. That's it. Oh, and I storm chase. Anyways, he's not going anywhere unless he wants to leave. He's here for life. JBX, yeah, I kind of think so. And I mean, like, realistically, I should be less harsh on Towns just because Towns has said a lot of good things about staying in Minnesota and wanting to be in Minnesota. But I guess I'm just sick of losing, and I just want to move on to a winning point. But L trying to be different. I wasn't a big fan of No Way Home as I wanted to be. I worked on every COD. You worked on every COD from COD 4 to Advanced Warfare? How did you work on COD? That's insane to me. Sorry. I should probably put chat back up. You guys don't need to see the tier list. What? That's crazy. By the way, Jelson, yes, Cat is a lifer. Wow, that's crazy. Good for you. That's interesting. Jelson, jeez Louise. Well, that's cool, Gerald. I had no idea that you worked for Activision. But yeah, no, I have not worked for Activision. I have not worked for anything super notable. I guess I worked for Apple, but they don't. That's not really anything. I worked for Target. um, but yeah. Anyways, we've devolved into just personal conversation, which is honestly fine because this game was boring. I'm glad we won. We're 500 now, but like this was not a fun game to watch. And the next game we play is on Tuesday against the stupid Mavs. in the Mavs though. In the Mavs. Wow. In Dallas, 7:30 game, 7:30 Central, and it's away. So we have 2 away games now. We have Dallas, then we have Utah, and then we have next week after Christmas. We've got back-to-back games Monday, Tuesday, which is the Celtics and the Knicks, and then we play the Jazz again to finish out 2021. I'm gonna have to look at the credits. I have to do that, but yeah, no. Now I play Warzone. I play all the multiplayers. I played most of the multiplayers, but I've more so been into it now. We're gonna get pounded by Utah. Maybe we usually play pretty good against Utah, but I feel like the last couple times maybe not as much. Does Ant have COVID or is he just close contact? I haven't heard. I would assume that he has COVID, but I don't know for certain. I do know that all the players, I believe every player on the team was double vaxxed, and then I think most, if not all, the players had the booster as well. But if it's the new variant, I think it doesn't matter as much. It might make it less severe for you, but like the chances of you getting it are almost, I don't know. Everything's so new with the new variant, and again, I don't really want to talk about it because it's like I don't know what I'm saying, and I don't want to be spewing out nonsense to all of my hundreds of thousands of viewers. So, we need to run Warzone together. Definitely, Jelson. I am going to eventually be streaming as well, so I would definitely be down. I've got a couple friends that want to play as well. I've got like some duos and squads that I play with, but for sure, I'm pretty bad. I have like a 1 KD, so I'm not anything crazy. But yeah, just wondering the chances of getting him back. Yeah, so the double negative is what has to happen, and I think from what it sounded like on TV tonight, they were saying that it's unlikely that he'd be available for Tuesday. And to be honest, like I wouldn't be surprised if he's just unavailable for the next 2 games, just because then he'd have a long break. He'd be able to stay home and then just play for potentially both the 27th and 28th game. So, Jelson, you do not have a 2.5 KD. What the heck? That's insane. Wow. Okay. Well, you should definitely join up on me then. You'll get my bot lobbies. With the I missed Ashwin's comment, my co-host. With the exception of the Jazz game, I think everything else is very winnable. Yeah, Ashwin, I think a lot of games are winnable this season, and I feel like I have to like temper my expectations. Jelson with the hacks, JBX. I mean, JBX is like Jelson 2.5 is really good. I wonder. Okay, Ashwin, Okogi's KD. I've watched him play Apex. I think I probably have a higher KD than him if he were to play Warzone. Cat, I feel like probably isn't bad. He might be okay, but I haven't watched him play video games in a while. I am a very epic sniper. That's true. If you play snipes, you can have a higher KD. But used to play competitive COD. Wow. Okay. Nice. Easy money sniper. Yeah, Ashwin, we're gonna have to have like maybe in the Discord we'll have like a Call of Duty channel or something. But anyways, I said it was gonna be a short show, Ashwin. I failed. I failed myself. I failed. Anyways, it's been fun talking about COD. But yes, definitely sometime. I mean, hit me up in the Discord. I will be there. I'll be playing a bit of it. I play on Xbox because my PC doesn't run the game in more than 30 frames. But yeah, we should do a gaming channel. And I'm gonna get a gaming Twitch set up so you guys can watch me play games after I cry about the Timberwolves or something. But Gerald, short shows are a snooze. True. I think the long ones are fun. And think of it, if we make the playoffs, and if look at his hair, if we make more than like a game or two, and we can get past like the play-in, man, that'd be crazy. Wow, I just took my headphones off, and it's like I feel like I have to like whisper, and I feel like I'm yelling when I'm not having that on. But look at how long my hair is. Anyways, I liked watching the highlights, then doing the tier list. Can you run multiple polls? So I can run polls, but the issue with the polls is that I have a one monitor setup. I have two monitors here, but I can't. My computer's so bad that it literally cannot handle two displays. So I have to be clicking back and forth between all the different tabs that I have open and Streamlabs and everything like that. So I really need a mod. And honestly, if you guys are interested, Discord, hit me up. Mod possibilities, because we probably will need some mods here. I mean, especially if we do make the playoffs, we're gonna need people to be like keeping an eye on chat. We've been pretty lucky with people in chat not being crazy. We only had a couple people that were like really wild, and honestly, that was more back on Twitch. But we definitely could use some help, especially once the season moves on and we get a little bit closer to the end. It's gonna be a little bit more crazy. So we would probably appreciate some help, both in the Discord and mainly on the YouTube. But yeah, I'll have to figure all that out. I don't even really know what I'm doing there, but look into that and see what the possibilities are. But that's okay, Ashwin. You can it's better to have somebody really bad on the team so that we can have you host. But we'll need them for all the championships. Yeah, exactly. I mean, seriously, the way these big teams handle losing to us, we're gonna have people coming in here hot and really angry, like Derek Fisher, mad that we were celebrating a home win. Derek Fisher, it's one thing to lose the game. That's embarrassing as a fan, to have your team lose, especially when you're like the Lakers and you have all this money, all these like Hall of Famers on your team, and you lose to a team that has been known for losing for decades. Given we're different this year, but like he's just like making it worse at that point. That you're complaining about us celebrating. The Heat fans had somewhat of a point because we were just like so much celebrating that win, but that's Jimmy Butler. That's less the Heat. That's more of just Jimmy Butler. So sure, maybe some Jimmy Butler fans out there could be like, wow, they're celebrating Game 7. But like the Lakers, we do not care about you. We do not care. I don't know why you think we care so much about you specifically. Probably because your egos are insane. And Derek Fisher, to me, I thought that was like the most unprofessional, crazy thing to say after a loss that just make it even worse. I almost feel bad for their fans, although I know that their fans feel the same way. So anyways, let's see. Went to Lakers post-game streams and they trolled them so hard. Yeah, see, we need mods to keep the Gerald Beckers out of shit. Just kidding. But yeah, the Lakers post-game show stumbled onto YouTube. Over 5,000 people watching. Wow. Derek Fisher is so mid. Yes. Yeah, the flopping, the Cat and 80, the Jaden 80 stuff. Yeah, crazy. But okay, I am stopping the show before we get to the hour mark. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Timberwolves win. We're 500, 15-15, 30 games into the season. I think that's what we could have hoped for at this moment. We're 500. I predicted 41-41. We're on pace to be 41-41. Unfortunately, we're going to be doing that in 5-game spurts where we win 5 games, lose 5 games, win 5 games, lose 5 games. So I guess if we make it to the playoffs, we're going to have to change that because we can't lose 5 games in a row in the playoffs. You literally can't. Anyways, 52 wins, maybe. I mean, hey, I'm down. See you whenever we play next. Hey, yeah, definitely. It's happening. More good advice than trolling, I guess. But anyways, I appreciate all you guys for stopping by. Leave a like on the way out if you haven't already. Share the stream with a friend. Join the Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're like 6 away from 100, which is crazy. Just after half a year, not even half a year. It took us all year to get to 100 on Twitch, and we had like a head start of 30. And here we started from scratch. So it's cool to see. Cool to see some of you guys come over from Twitch. Cool to see you guys, some of you that are new. Welcome, Megan, if you're still watching or if you're watching the VOD later. I appreciate you for joining chat. Don't feel like you have to chat all the time, but it was good to see somebody new. JBX, Jelson, Gerald. Who am I forgetting? There was Football Access or something like that. I can't remember all the names, but you know who you are if you're here frequently, and we definitely know who you are, and we appreciate you. So that's it. Intro as the outro. Maybe it's just make an outro, but maybe another time. Intro as the outro. Have a good night. We'll see you Tuesday night. And I should be on for Tuesday night. I don't know about Ashwin. We'll check in. Regardless, you'll at least see me and my unshaven, long-haired face. See you. Good night, everybody.